Alright, hello mga ka-whiteboard. Welcome back sa ating fourth video tutorial. And ang topic natin today is about addition and subtraction of dissimilar fractions. Pero bago tayo mag-proceed doon, i-congratulate muna natin yung nanalo sa ating simple game for having reached 100 plus subscribers. And it was Ma'am Jonaline Malyari, our very beautiful beauty queen science teacher. Congratulations sa'yo, ma'am. Ilang balot na rin naman ang mabibili mo sa 100 pesos na iyan, di ba? And thank you sa support. Next, we proceed to our shoutouts. And first on the list, we have here si Ma'am Katrina Therese Gray. And no, hindi siya pinsan ni Miss Catriona Gray. Pero, ang kanya namang kagandahan ay masasabi kong sumasabay sa kanya. Ma'am Kat, alam ko medyo malayo pa yung sahod pero baka naman. Ito si Ma'am Kat, bukod sa magaling na singer na, TikToker pa. Kaya para siguro masagot ko yung tanong mo na yan, kakailanganin ko muna yata ng isang TikTok performance dyan. Biro lang, Ma'am Kat. Hello and thank you. Next, we have here si Mr. Tristan David. Sabi niya, happy 200 subs. Baka naman. Oo nga naman, Mr. Tristan. Baka naman may pakape ka bukas dyan. Thank you. Eto na, ang pinangangambahan ko, nangyari na nga. Si Mikmik, si Kimbap, sabi niya, ha, same number po sa freeload. Ayun na nga ba ang sinasabi ko. Tatandaan niyo yung sinabi kong favorite na comment ko doon sa first video. Ayan na, kaya pala, naniningil na siya ngayon. Mikmik, Mika, tsaka na natin pag-usapan yan, ano? Meron pa ba akong katrabaho dito? Present coworker? Silang tatlo. Ayun. Sa mga former coworker ko naman dito, nandito na naman siya, ang phenomenal TikToker, teacher TikToker, si Ma'am Kimberly Quezon. Hi! Thank you sa'yo, Ma'am Kim, ulit. And Ma'am Janina, mukhang nabasa niya na or napanood yung shoutout natin sa kanya nung previous video. Hello ma'am, ingat ka palagi. Stay pretty. Of course, you are. At napakagaling din na teacher niyan. Sunod, ito. Kung merong TikToker teacher, pretty teacher, ito yata masasabi kong zombie teacher. Bakit zombie teacher? Mukhang di na natutulog to sa sobrang dedicated niya. Dedicated kakanood ng K-drama. Ma'am Colleen Mercado, hello. Shoutout sa'yo. Next, ayun, sa mga estudyante ko naman, shout out sa inyong lahat. Ito, mga grade 6 na to ngayon. Hello, Paulo, Theodore Ramos, Diego Villesa. We also have here si John Clifford Jimenez. Hello sa inyong lahat. Next, we also have Yuan Bondok. Ito mga to magkaka-batch Next, mga iba wala yung tunay na pangalan. Sina Kila and Leo the Dude. Hello sa inyo. Ito rin, wala yung tunay na pangalan. Si ORBD. Shout out din sa iyo na kung sino ka man. We also have here Rain Joshua D. Maranyon. And Juan Emmanuel P. Canlas. As well as WRZT. Wala rin siyang tunay na pangalan. Hello, shout out sa inyong lahat. Ito rin, we have here si Amor. Hello Amor, kamusta na? Amor Pinpin. Sebastian Pulusan. Ano, kinamusta mo na ba si Olive niyan? Next, si Max Reyes. Nandito rin. Hello Max, kamusta? Ingat palagi. And ito, pinaka natuwa ako sa comment ng estudyante kong ito. Asan na? Si Joaquin Lucas M. Galvan, sabi niya, Sir, sorry, late po. Di ko nga alam kung bakit siya nagpapasorry eh. Kasi noong student ko pa siya, there was never a time nga na na-late siya sa klase ko eh. Kaya hindi ko alam kung bakit siya na-late sa video ko na to. Hindi, Galvan. Napatawa mo ako sa comment mo na yan. And I hope you're just fine. Ingat ko palagi. Sa mga students ko dyan, mag-aral mabuti. At, ayun, huwag kakalimutan makikinig sa mga magulang ninyo, at sa mga teacher ninyo. Okay, ayun. Mukhang napahaba yata yung shoutout natin today. Next, syempre, po-proceed na tayo sa discussion natin. Handa na ba kayo? Dapat, handa na. Kaya, tara na, umpisa na natin ang discussion natin for today. Let's start. Alright, today we're gonna have addition and subtraction of dissimilar fractions. Very obvious, ano ba itong mga dissimilar fractions na ito? These are the fractions that do not have the same denominator, just like what you see in here, 1/2 and 3/4. And here are our objectives for today. At the end of this video, of this lesson, you should be able to add or subtract dissimilar fractions and familiarize yourself on how to use the butterfly method. Magpaparo-paro G tayo mamaya. Gusto niyo ba yon? Hindi, biro lang. Okay, here is what you need to take note of, what you need to remember when you add or subtract dissimilar fractions. Of course, malalaman mong dissimilar yung mga yan, syempre hindi pareho yung denominator nila, yung denominators nila. Therefore, we will not be able to proceed with whatever operation we have in here. Hindi tayo pwede mag-add o kaya subtract kapag hindi pareho yung denominators nila. So, anong gagawin natin? Number 1, first, we need to get their least common denominator o yung LCD kung tawagin natin. Least common denominator. And then after knowing their LCD, we'll be looking for their equivalent fractions na magagamitin natin rather sa pag-add sa kanila. There. So first, what we need to do is look for their LCD. Hanapin natin yan. And how do we do that? Look at your denominators. Here is one step how you can find the LCD. A much easier or more guided way, I would say, is skip counting. Skip counting by the denominators respectively. Unahin na natin si 5. So, kunin lang natin yung mga denominator dito, 5 and 3, and then we skip count by them. By how many times, sir? Until such time we see a common number on both of them. No? So, walang specific kung ilang beses tayo mag-skip count. We can do it 5, 10, 15, and then kapag medyo nahuhuli na tayo kay 3, we do the 3 next muna and stop from the 5. Then we have here 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then when you see a common number on both of them, a common multiple on both of them, the first one that appears, that will be our denominator that we will use in adding or subtracting these dissimilar fractions. And what are we going to do with that denominator? How can it help us find our numerators here? Because class, if that is the way how we can find our new denominators here, what about our numerators here? Should we just copy the old numerators like the 2 and the 1 in here? The answer to that is no. That's not how we do it. Here is a way. Actually, I'll be presenting you 2 ways how to find the new numerators here. We'll start with the very generic one. Ito. Gagawin natin, class, to find the new numerators here, we divide the new denominator to the old one. And we will do it for the 2 fractions here. I-divide daw natin yung nakuha nating bagong denominator, which is 15. Saan? Sa lumang denominator nitong first fraction mo dito, which is 5. And you know, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Then after that, you multiply what you got by the old numerator. Nakuha mo na si 3, nakapag-divide ka, di ba? You multiply it to the 2 in here. And 3 times 2, you know that will give you 6. We'll do the same thing with the second fraction. We will also divide the new denominator by the old denominator, rather, and you will get 5, right? And you multiply it to whatever numerator you have in here. Saan siya na nagloloko yung aking mouse dito? Ayan, we will multiply whatever we got to whatever numerator we have in here. Nakuha natin ay 5, di ba? And 1 times 5, you know that will give you 5. And then, so there. We were able to convert these two fractions to their equivalent fractions in here, wherein both of them now have the same denominator. At walang nagbago ha, mind you, sa mga value ng mga fraction na ito. They might look bigger in form, but they just have the same value. Equivalent fraction siya mga yan, respectively. First fraction and second fraction. Now, okay na tayo, wala nang problema. As you can see, we have the same denominator na in here. So we proceed with the steps that we follow when we add similar fractions. Add only the numerators and copy the denominator. There. That's it. Your final answer in 2/5 plus 1/3, it is 11/15. Or what? Or wala na. Yan na siya. Wala ka nang pwedeng ma-divide kay 11 and 15. Nor, hindi naman malaki yung numerator natin sa denominator. Okay? And here is another way, class. Same example tayo. But I will teach you another way how we can find the new numerators here para may option kayo, di ba? Here's what we can do. After finding their LCD or the least common denominator, bilangin natin. Di ba may scratch ka dyan? Huwag mo itatapon yan. Huwag mo itatapon yung pinag-skip count mo because we will use that. You count how many times you skip counted daw. Ilang beses mong pinag-skip count si 5 until you reached 15. Ilan siya? How many times? 1, 2, 3. 3 times mong in-skip count si 5. Yung denominator dito. O ano gagawin natin next? You skip count their numerators as well. The same number of times respectively. Ibig sabihin, kung si 5 class, in-skip count mo siya ng 3 times para makuha mo yung bagong numerator mo dito sa fraction natin, you also skip count the old numerator 3 times. Will we also be getting 6? Tingnan nga natin. 2, 4, 6. Oo, pareho lang naman siya. Diba? Ayan, ilagay natin dito. And you know already the answer in here is 11/15. Check natin if we will get the same answer. 6 dito. Kung 6 dito, tignan naman natin si 3. Ilang beses ka nag-skip count bago mo makuha si 15? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So, 5 times. And you will also do the same thing with your numerator here. You skip count it for 5 times. So, that's gonna be an easy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it? We just got the same numbers here, 6 and 5. And yes, you can choose to use this process when dealing with addition and subtraction of dissimilar fractions. It's up to you now. You have the option. You have the right to choose which one you think is the easier method. Okay? Next. We'll be doing the same thing with the second example. We first will use this process. We skip count by the denominators until we reach their least common multiple of these numbers, which will be our LCD as well, or the least common denominator. Skip count natin yan by 8, by 10. We can start with 8. We'll have 8, 16, 24. And kapag medyo lumalayo na tayo sa second number, you go with it muna. Ito muna yung ating isunod, no? Para hindi tayo mawala. 10, 20, 30, 40, and then we can go back to the 8 until such time we reach a common number on both of them, which is 40. Basta kung ano yung naunang lumabas class, siya yung gagamitin nating denominator nila. Pamalit sa 8 at saka kay 10. Denominator lang ang pinapalitan, ha? Baka ano yung palitan nyo dyan. We have 40 here. Mamaya na yung skip count. I-follow muna natin to, ano? I know you're having that in mind already. First step, we can choose to divide and multiply para makuha natin itong mga numerator natin dito. We divide the new to the old denominator. You know, 40 divided by 8 is 5. But that is not it yet, no? Ako, sensya na ha. Medyo nagloloko itong mouse natin dito. 40 divided by 8. You know, that will give you 5. Pero hindi pa 5, no? Hindi pa 5 yung ilalagay natin dito. Please be mindful of that. Kasi kailangan mo pa siyang i-multiply whatever your numerator in here is. 5 times 7, that will give you, yes, 35. And we do the same thing with the second one here. 40 divided by 10, that will give you 4. But it's not 4 yet. You still need to multiply that 4 to the 5 here. 4 times 5, that's gonna give you 20. Now, let's do the operation. And what is it? Subtraction yan, ha? Baka ipag-add nyo. 35 minus 20, that will give you 15 over 40. That's it. Our answer. 15 40ths. Or, we can still simplify that. 15 and 40. Do you remember the tips I gave you? That when the numbers end in either 5 or 0, we can divide them by 5. That's right. 15 divided by 5, that will give you 3. 40 divided by 5, that will give you 8. Ayan. And since wala ka nang pwede ma-divide kay 3 and 8 dito, meaning to say, they are your last numbers here. They'll be your numerator and denominator respectively for our simplest form of our final answer, 15 40ths in here. Final answer is 3/8. And that's how you simply get it. Next, we'll use in here naman yung second method or process. Yung pag-skip count lang natin. Bilangin natin, how many times did you skip count by 8 for you to reach 40? Do not throw your scratch, no? Para alam nyo dito right away kung ilang beses. Bilangin mo lang, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. That's 5 times. That means to say you're also gonna do that for your numerator here for you to get your new numerator here. And let's check. Alam natin na yung final answer dito is 3/8. Now, if we skip count by 7 5 times as well, we'll be getting 35, diba? We do the same thing with the second one here. You count how many times you skip counted by 10 for you to reach 40. Ilan siya? 4. And you will also do that with your numerator here. Skip count it 4 times. That's gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20. Pareho lang, di ba? Nasa sa inyo na talaga kung ano yung gagamitin ninyong method or process. There, we'll just get the same answer anyway. It's 3/8. Alright. Is it hard? Does it seem hard? Medyo. I would say it's kind of lengthy in process. Medyo mahihirapan ka talaga kung hindi mo papakinggan si teacher mo na magdi-discuss nito. Pero kapag ba mahirap yung isang bagay, anong ginagawa ninyo? Do you back out or do you at least try? Remember class, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard a thing seems to be for us, we should always at least give it a try. Kasi sabi nga dito ni Wayne Gretzky, kung tama man yung pagkabigkas ko, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So always remember, it's better to at least try than not even think of doing it just for once. Because you'll never know if you can do it unless you try to do it. Diba? Take note of that. And now, I want you to try this with me. Don't you miss the 100%, remember, of the shots. That you can make. Because if you do, you will miss 100% of them. So now, I want you to try this with me. I'll do them on my whiteboard. And for you, I want you to do this as well. Maybe on a clean sheet of paper or sa whiteboard nyo rin kung meron. Ano? Pause ko muna yung video dito. Okay, welcome back. Ayan, naisulat ko na yung ating third example. First natin in doing together. We have 6/7 minus 2/3. Subtraction ng class ha, keep in mind. And I also have here already the denominators which we will need to skip count para malaman natin kung ano yung magiging denominator natin dito. Let's start. By 7, we'll be having here 7, 14, 21. Stop muna ako dito kasi medyo malayo na ako sa 3. If by 3 naman, we will have here 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And, ayun, may nakikita na ako na common multiple sa kanila. That is 21. 21 is the LCM of 7 and 3. If we are just talking about whole numbers, ang tawag natin sa unang pareho nilang multiple na lilitaw ay LCM. But when we talk about 7 and 3 as denominators, we call the 21 now as the LCD. LCM, LCD, pareho lang naman. Now we know our new denominator. Let's find out our new numerators here. And it's up to you which method or process you are going to use. If it's either the divide and then multiply, divide the new to the old, yun ang tatandaan. Kasi kanina, di ba, nasa ilalim yung mga fraction natin, baka malito kayo. They are now in here. Ang tatandaan nyo dapat doon, what we divide is the new denominator to the old. 21 divided by 7 is 3, times 6, that's 18. And if you want naman, tignan mo si 7 dito, how many times did you skip count before you reached 21? 3 times, di ba? So you also do the same thing with 6. You skip count it 3 times. That's going to be 6, 12, 18. Aren't they just the same? Pareho lang, no? Now, for 3, you count how many times you skip counted. I'm counting 7 here, 7 times. You'll do the same thing as well for your 2 in here. Skip count mo si 2 mo ng 7 times, or that's basically 7 times 2. You'll be getting 14. Hindi kasya yung ating sagot dito, kaya buburahin ko na yung ating pinag-skip count. Since you know already naman na what our denominator is. And we'll be having here subtraction. Be careful. 18 minus 14. That's going to be 4. When you are writing, make it a habit na yung fraction bar natin, ayan, nasa pagitna siya, gitna ng ating equal symbol. 21, we'll just copy it. 18 minus 14 is 4. Since we cannot anymore simplify the 4 and 21, that's already our final answer. 4/21, or 4/21. And I hope you also got the same answer. Next, let me erase this first. Yung sunod naman natin, addition siya. I hope you're able to copy the example. It's 2/8 plus 3/12. 2/8 plus, okay, 3/12. Let's do the skip counting here. 8 and 12. That's gonna be 8, 16, 24, 12, 24. I'm seeing already a common number on both of them. That's gonna be our denominator for LCD. 24 plus 24. Next step, find the new numerators. It's up to you now what method you're going to use. But this time, I will be using the skip counting technique. Count how many times you skip counted by 8. That's 3 times. You do the same thing with your 2 here. You skip count it 3 times. That's gonna be what? 6. What about for our 12? How many times did we skip count by 12 for us to get to 24? 2 times. And we'll also be doing that with our 3 in here. 3, 6. Now, for our final answer, let me just erase this part. Going to have addition yan. So, what's 6 plus 6? 12. All over 24. Now, is this simplifiable? Pwede, no? By what number? Yung highest possible na pwede nyo maisip. To divide on both the 12 and 24. Are you thinking of 12? Yes. 12 is the highest possible number here. We can just divide on both of them. We'll be getting 1 and 2. None anymore after that. That means to say, our final answer is this one. Try nga natin yung red marker kung makikita. 1, malabo. 1 over 2 or 1 half. Did you get this one? I hope so. So there. That's how simple how we add or subtract dissimilar fractions. Now, there's this method that I want to introduce to you, and it's called the butterfly method. Okay, now let's talk about the butterfly method that I mentioned, what it is and how it works. By the way, class, this method is not recommendable to those first-time learners of addition and subtraction of dissimilar fractions. Yung mga may alam na talaga nito, most especially grade 7 and up, ito pwede nyo nang i-apply ito or gamitin yung tinatawag nating butterfly method. How does this one work? Paano ba siya? Parang mag-drawing lang tayo ng butterfly. Hindi tayo hindi tayo magpaparo-paro dyan. We'll be like just drawing a butterfly. In this fractions. And with that one, we'll be able to solve this one as well. Paano siya? Ang gagawin natin is we're like going to multiply the numbers diagonally, no? Parang ganito nga siya. Ipag-diagonal mo, no? At parang makakabuo ng butterfly dito. Pero hindi ka magpaparo-paro, G. Ang gagawin natin dito, the 6 and the 3. Baka hindi siya magmukhang butterfly, ano? The 6 and the 3 will be multiplied together, as well as the 7 and the 2. Then you put your answer in your multiplication on top, carrying together with them, with your answer, is your operation. Subtraction yan. Nakikita naman siya, no? Paano nakuha si 18? That was 3 times 6. Paano nakuha si 14? That was 7 times 2. And then for your denominator, we're also just going to multiply them. Ayan, no? Multiply 7 to 3. You get 21. That will be your denominator. And what about your numerator? Subtract mo na lang itong mga to. What is 18 minus 4? That easy. 4 over 21 or 4 21st. Hindi mo siya mukhang butterfly, ano? Imagine na lang natin na butterfly yan. I'm sorry. I'm not that good in drawing. Not that good pa nga, ano. Hindi talaga ako good in drawing. 4 over 21. But here's the catch, class. I wouldn't recommend you using the butterfly method all the time. Listen very carefully. Gamitin mo lang si butterfly method when your denominators don't have a common factor except 1. Or ang ibig sabihin dito, check your denominators. the 7 and the 3. If there's no number that you can use here to divide on both of them, kung 1 lang yung pwede, meaning to say, we're good to go. It's best for us to use the butterfly method because right away your answer is already in its simplest form. But not all the time. Sometimes, of course, if this is addition, that will give you an improper fraction. But what I'm trying to say is that using the butterfly method, it lessens our effort of dividing, looking for a number that we can use to divide on both of our numerator and denominator. And this works the best kung yung mga denominator mo ay wala kang pwedeng ipan-divide na parehong number sa kanila. No? Kasi, on our, pakita ko sa inyo, next example, yung kanina, try natin gamitin si butterfly method sa kanya. It's 2 8s. Addition naman to plus 3 12s. Multiply. It's gonna be 24. Multiply. That's gonna be 24 as well. Multiply. 12 times 8. That's gonna be 96. Our final answer will then be having a denominator of 96 and a numerator of 24 plus 24. It's gonna be 48. Kung magaling kayo sa pag-simplify, you will know the final answer here is kung sobrang bilis na kayo at sobrang galing na sa pag-simplify, you will know your answer in here is just 1/2. But what if you're not that good yet in looking for the highest possible number that we can use to divide on both of them? Paano na? Di ba mahirapan ka? If you will simplify naman continuously the 48 96ths, makukuha mo rin naman to as your final answer. It's just that it can take you a longer period of time. Tignan mo kasi yung denominator nila, class. 8 and 12. Do you think wala kang pwedeng ipan-divide kay 8 and 12? Na parehong number? Meron, di ba? That is why it's not. That's why I said earlier, it's not recommendable. I'm not recommending you to use the butterfly method if your denominators here have a common factor. Except for 1. Kasi ang ending, masyadong malaki yung magiging sagot natin. Though tama pa rin naman. I'm not saying your answer will be wrong. It's still correct. It's just that, ayan, it will give you a higher fraction answer. Remember, the butterfly method works very well only if your dissimilar fractions, yung mga denominator nila ay, kung tawagin, relatively prime. Relatively prime. Relatively prime numbers are numbers that don't have a common factor except for 1. Like 4 and 5. Diba? Yung pair na yan, wala ka naman pwede maipang-divide sa kanila na same number. 5 and 7. And many more. 7, 10. As long as wala kang pwede ipang-divide sa kanila, pwede mong gamitin. Mapapadali ang addition and subtraction mo ng dissimilar fractions kung relatively prime yung mga denominator natin. Alright? And I hope you got that. Now, it's up to you na. Napakarami ng options nyo na ibinigay ko kung paano mag-solve ng dissimilar fractions. It's up to you now which you think will be the best one for you. Lagi nating pipiliin syempre dapat kung ano yung best para sa atin. Okay? And I hope today's video helped you understand addition and subtraction of dissimilar fractions more. Now, it's time for you to do it honestly on your own. Let me just go back to my presentation. Right now, it's time for you to do this alone. Grab a clean sheet of paper, copy this, you may pause it here, and just check your answers at the very last part of this video. I have provided the correct answers there. The correct answers there. And what else can I say? Except thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Just last Monday, I just had 2 subscribers, and now we already have, as of the recording of this video, 230 subscribers. Thank you so much. With this alone, I'm happy already. Here are the correct answers. And there, that ends our discussion for today. Thank you so much again for your time, and see you again in our next video. Bye everyone.